Hello and welcome. I'm Arugs, and this is my YouTube channel. So, a little change of scenery. I'm in the same room, I'm just turned a different way. Just for funsies. I like to spice things up on you a little bit. Today, I want to talk to you about plans versus goals and how this concept really has affected my entire life. Entire life. Also has started a couple of arguments with my friends, but I will get back to that in a little bit. This whole thing of plans versus goals. Now, a goal is something you work towards to achieve. Set a goal. I want to lose 20 pounds. That's the goal. The plan is how you get there. A little over half of my life, I have been a plan person. I have a plan, not just a goal, but these are my plans. I step by step by step by step. I'm going to do this to get to this, to get to this, to get to this. A plus B equals C. There's like no deviating from it. I am going to stick to the plan. No room for error. Very little plan. I now am a goal person. Okay, here's what I want. You know what? Let's head in this direction and hope I get there. I'll head in this general direction but life gets in the way and sometimes plans change as long as you ultimately reach your goal. You learn to be a little flexible. In high school, they're like, okay, what do you want to do for the rest of your life? And we're going to put you on a plan to move you toward that goal. I wanted to be a band director. I wanted to be a music teacher. I wanted to keep doing the thing I loved. I wanted to keep doing that. I wanted to teach. I wanted to be a band director. I made a plan. At 16 years old, I made a plan. I was going to major in music at a university. I was going to be a music major. I was going to graduate with my music ed degree. I was going to go out there and be the best band director that anybody on the East Coast had ever seen. That was my plan. Graduated, got my scholarship, got to my university. It wasn't what I expected. I remember the moment. Standing there, waiting to go in for my lesson after I'd passed my junior qualifying, waiting to go to the next level. And I had my instrument in my hand. I had my music in my hand. I was ready for my lesson. And I remember leaning up against the wall outside of my professor's office and thinking to myself, what if I'm not a band director? Something inside of me said, are you sure this is what you want to do for the rest of your life? And for the first time since I was 16 years old, I thought to myself, what is there a life? What would I be? Who would I be? What would I do if I wasn't a band director? And that hit me. And I was like, what would I do? What would I do? Who would I be? Like, I had followed the plan. I have a plan. Follow the plan. I followed the plan. I shook it off. I thought, oh, it's just me having a bad day. And I got into student teaching. And that sinking, nagging thought came back. What if I wasn't a band director? And do you really want to be a band director? Of course I do. I've wanted to do it all my life. I wanted to do it since I was 16 years old. Of course I want to be a band director. Stop thinking crazy. That feeling in the back of my head was that I didn't want to be a band director. And I didn't want to let go of being a band director because I was so stuck on my plan that I didn't even entertain the possibility that I could have a life out of my plan, my systematic plan. Like seriously, I didn't know. I didn't even entertain the thoughts. So when this feeling sat in going, you really don't want to do this. This is not what you want to do for the rest of your life. I ignored it. I still didn't entertain what I was going to do if I wasn't a band director because I had a plan and I was going to stick to the plan. The plan doesn't fail. We do the plan. And then plans didn't work out. I said no. I listened to the voice that was deep down in my soul that said, you don't want to be a band director. And you don't want to do this for the rest of your life. I didn't want to. I didn't have it in me. I didn't want to follow my plan. I didn't. And I was lost. I was lost. My plan, the plan that I had followed, led me nowhere. And I didn't know what to do. I didn't have a goal. I didn't have a purpose. And that went on for a long time. And things just sort of happened to me. So after my plan fell apart, I didn't know what I wanted. And I thought you had to have a plan. So I needed to find something that I wanted to do. And I had to make a plan for it, but I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I couldn't make a plan. So I was sort of in this never-ending vicious cycle of I can't figure out what I want to do, so I can't make a plan, so I can't follow the plan, so I don't know what to do. It was hard, and I was lost because I didn't have a plan. And what I had not realized that I had been so shackled to my plan in my life that I forgot that there's an entire world and infinite possibilities, but I have to be open to them. And I have to be willing to deviate from my plan. And that was such an amazing feeling to come to that realization. Over time, I learned that it's okay to be lost sometimes. And it's okay to be a planned person as long as you understand. And this was a hard lesson for me to learn that as long as you understand that sometimes you need to deviate from that plan. And that the universe is going to throw you some wicked curveballs and you are just not going to see them coming. And then you are just going to have to adapt and adjust and change your plans. And you're just going to have to roll with it. Some people in my life are plan people. They have to have the correct address for the GPS and they followed the GPS to the letter. You give them instructions and they follow the instructions to the T. And then they get very freaked out if the GPS doesn't work or the plans change. Goals are the things that you want. Goals are the things you want to achieve. And the how you get there isn't as important as the fact that you get there. Plan people are about the how you get there. They still have goals, but it's all about the how you get there. And goals change and plans change. And you don't see them coming sometimes. And sometimes there's something deep down in your gut that is telling you what you should be doing or making you question your goals or your plans. And I encourage you to listen to that voice in your gut and to just listen. I'm not saying that the voice in your gut is right. I'm saying mine has never been wrong. Goals, not plans. Here's where I'm going to get a little real for you. It's okay to not have a plan. It's okay to feel a little lost. It's okay to feel a lot lost. It's okay to not know what your goals are. It's okay to be scared about that. Life happens. We got to roll with it. And the biggest lesson I learned by making that choice to deviate from the plan was sometimes when you deviate from the plan, when things change, it opens you up to whole new possibilities that you didn't even realize were there. And that's pretty cool. If you're hearing this and you're at a point in your life where your plans have fallen apart for whatever reason, the life you had planned for yourself, the relationship you had planned, the career you had planned, whatever it is, if that's all fallen apart, if those plans have changed and you're feeling a little lost and a little scared, it's okay. I completely get it. And it's okay to not know what you want to do right now. It's okay to not jump from one plan to another. It's okay to take a break and figure out who you are outside of whatever it was, the life that you had planned for yourself. Because that just means you're just gonna grow into a different person. That doesn't mean that you failed. Just because your plans have changed, your plans have fallen apart, that doesn't mean your life is over. It doesn't stop because your plans have failed or your plans have changed. It doesn't mean your life has stopped and that you failed as a person. It just means that now you just are going to do something else. And yeah, it might take you some time to figure out what that other thing is. It's okay to not know what the future holds for you. It's okay if your life looks different than you thought it would look a year ago or 10 years ago. It's okay. You're going to be fine. And not only that, you might even thrive. So you're in your late 30s, early 40s, and life isn't what you thought it would be. Your life isn't over. It's okay. Try something new. You're not too old. And it's freaking scary. You want to do it, do it. And if you're a teen or a 20 something who has felt the pressure of needing to have a plan for the rest of your life, listen to me. Listen. Your plans will change. The life you imagine for yourself, you teen 20 something, will look completely different. I didn't see myself here 20 years ago. I didn't. This was not part of my plan. Hell, the past 20 years have not been part of my plan. None of this has been part of my plan, was part of my original plan. That plan got shattered decades ago. And my goals have changed because I have changed. And that's okay. We go with it. I know what I want to do in life now. I want to help people. And now I have goals. And how I get there isn't nearly as important as the fact that I do get there. My goal is to do my best every day. And sometimes my best on one day is better than others. Some days my best isn't that great, but I'm doing my best. My goal, make sure that I don't screw my kids up. My goal is to find enjoyment in whatever it is I choose to do as a career. I'm almost 40, and I'm still trying to figure out what I want to be as a grown up. It's okay to not have a plan, and it's okay if your goals change. Because sometimes people come into your life and they turn your world upside down. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. Pandemics happen and layoffs happen and death happens and births happen and our plans change. And that's okay, as long as we don't lose sight of the goal. Have a plan, but concentrate on the goal. My goal is to be a good human. I think that's my ultimate umbrella goal in life. Be a good human. Everything else is just secondary. I had planned on being a band director, the greatest band director this country has ever seen. And here I am, not a band director, and still perfectly happy. I hope that you have an amazing night, and I will see you next time. Bye.